Hello guys, how is it going? So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to create network policy. So network policy is a type of policy that you can use to deny access to a port. It could be within the same namespace or in a different namespace, and you can use it to allow access to a specific port. So there are type of policies you can configure in network policy. One is ingress and the second one is egress. So ingress is basically the policy that allow you to send traffic into a specific port. So that port is basically allowing traffic uh, to access it, right? So that is ingress. But if that port is about basically trying to send traffic outside of its own environment into another port, it could be another port in a different namespace. That is egress. So it's basically egressing the traffic outside. So I don't want to do too much talking. Let me basically go through the practical example. So there are two pods that have been created. So let me create areas for code control. Okay, code control. So if I say get pod, there are two pods here. One is secure pod and one is web app color. Get SVC for service. So, and the secure port, let me to show this. So you can see the secure port has the secure service created. So it's basically, this service is basically exposed the secure port. It's what you use to access the secure port. So if I say get PO, show labels. So the secure port has the same label as that service. Now let's see if we can um, send traffic, if we can access um, the secure port um, by basically if we can send traffic from web app color to the secure port. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into web app color and try to send traffic to secure pod. So to do that, I'm going to say KSL interactive, and I'm going to say web app color and message. So to send traffic, I'm going to use netcart command. I'm going to say verbose, I'm going to say send zero data, don't send any data at all. And I'm going to say timeout is like 5 seconds. I'm going to specify the service that exposes the secure port. So I'm going to say secure service. And this service is listening on port 80. I'm going to specify port 80. So that is a timeout error. It's not able to connect. Now, let's see why it's not able to connect. So let me say get network policy. The short name for network policy is network. So I've got the default deny network policy here. So if I say vi, um, if I say let me just use k alias describe got to group control describe. So if I say describe net pool default and ports 9, 9. So you can see here that um, there's no port selector here, and we allow ingress traffic. And so um, what I'm going to do is this could be the reason why the pod is not able to connect to each other, because by default, a pod within the same namespace should be able to talk to each other. So what I'm going to do is create a network policy to allow an egress connection from web app caller into a secure pod. So I'm going to use K API resources. I just want to find out the resources for uh, network policy. Prep, that's so the kind is this one, and this is the version. Anyway, instead of typing it up by myself, what I can do is go here and copy this, then go back and create the network.yahoo file and paste the content there. You can see this matches the API version as well as the kind. I'm going to change the name to network. Network. I don't know. And so earlier, I'm going to open this in a tab. I need to specify the label. So you need to select a specific pod based on the pod label. So I'm going to say that you show labels. So because I want to create ingress policy for secure pod, so I'm going to say this is issue select the secure pod here. So I'm going to that to column. So I do not need egress. I just want to create an ingress policy, but it's going to be the same way you configure the ingress policy, right? If you want to do egress, so the egress is basically you sending traffic from one pod to another, so you can configure it in a similar way. So I'm going to get rid of this egress. Well, I need to okay. And so I need to get rid of the namespace selector. The namespace selector is basically if the pod is in a different namespace. Also, IP block is basically based on the IP slider. So this is I want to basically ingress from the web app color, right? So here I'm going to go to web app color and copy the label. So I want to send traffic from web app color to secure pod. And paste it there. So put column there. So since secure pod is listening on a service called secure service is exposing the secure pod, and that service is listening on port 80. So if I say k get svc, you see this service is secure service on port 80, right? So we need to specify when when web app caller send the traffic, it should go through the secure service of port 80, then to because the secure port listening on port 80, I mean, it's being exposed by the secure service. So we specify the ports uh, that where the secure port need to um which port is exposing the secure port, right? It's going to be the same as the port that is configured for that secure service. So that is using TCP protocol. The port is port 80. Right. So um so it's just we've configured just ingress. We don't need egress. So I can save this one and use say apply at netport.yaml. So if I do describe again, netport and say netport 0. So you can see now we selected the secure port or selected a secure port. This is allowing ingress traffic to port 80. And if I go back to that SVC again, um, so SVC is on port 80 and the service, right? And this service is the one that is exposing the secure port, right? And it's on port 80. So the traffic from web app caller will go to port 80. So this network policy is basically allowing ingress traffic to port 80 using TCP protocol from web app caller. Now the test we did earlier, let's try to do it again and see if we are able to connect. So we are going to web app caller pod now or container and try to test the connection. So this is the connection we did earlier, right? We want to test it on secure service on port 80. You can see the connection is open. So that means that the network is open between web app caller and secure port. So we can basically send traffic from web app caller into secure port. So secure port is allowing the ingress traffic from web app caller. So and that is basically a quick introduction to network policy, how you can configure network policy. I hope this simple video is useful for you and I hope you like it. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe button, leave your comments. Have a lovely day and goodbye.